Adventure time!
Hey guys, it's Isa. So welcome to this banner tutorial. This is a Minecraft banner tutorial, and for this tutorial I'm going to be using Cinema 4D and Photoshop. The first thing you want to do is you want to open up the Lightroom. If you don't have a Lightroom, I suggest you go and download one because it helps a lot. And the next thing you want to do is you want to click Window and Content Browser. Now it's going to load. It's going to take a while to load, but eventually they come out, and then you want to scroll through all of these rigs and find the rigs you want. For me it's FMR5, so yeah. From now on it's just about what rig you choose, but if you choose FMR5, then I guess you should continue watching this part. The first thing I like to do is I like to turn off all of these, because if you don't turn off all of these, you have to edit the skin that you're using, sort of make it faceless, and yeah. You also could extrude if you want, but I don't really like to do that because it takes too much time, and I don't really know how to do that. So now, even though most rigs should have this tools part where you can just put gold or whatever, if you don't think all these Minecraft weapons are cool enough, you can download this weapon pack. It's called, if I can find it, it's called Pack the Armors, and it's basically all the warlords weapons in here. It's pretty cool. It has a lot of cool stuff. But the thing you want to take note is that these weapons are really huge. So don't be surprised if you can't see it in font size, because it's probably enlarged like crazy and you have to just scroll out to find it. And so once you get sort of the pose you want, for example maybe like that and like that, now I notice a lot of people forget the fact that legs can be twisted like that as well. I find that a lot of them just simply put legs like that and they say it's done. But no, legs can actually do a lot of things. You just have to give it the opportunity. So when you're making a pose, you need to make sure that you did not leave any part of the body unturned. So for example, this body is twisted slightly. You want every part of the body as much as possible to be turned. But if you don't want like this part to be turned, then that's fine, obviously. And also you need to play around with where your camera is. So for example, like this, it looks pretty cool, but like that, it looks sort of, it's in walking, but like that it looks proud almost, and like that it looks a little bit scared. It's pretty cool. I really like how each angle gives a different feel to it. But anyway, this isn't the pose I'm going to be playing with. This is the pose I'm going to be using. Now, I've actually taken about 2 hours to try and record this, but every single one of them was a fail. So I truly and sincerely hope this will not be a fail. And I'm also going to be taking cuts here and there just to make sure that my recording software doesn't crash and actually saves what I was recording before. So once you get your pose, what you want to do is you want to click this button, but before that you might want to change this render settings, but because I'm using Press Lightroom, he has already changed all of these and added all of these. So all I have to do is just change where I want to save it as, but I've also done that as well, so I don't need to bother with that. So what you want to do is you want to click render, and like I said, I tried to record this many times before, but it's a fail. So yeah. So now you want to go to Photoshop, and now I'm going to be taking a cut here just to make sure that things are running smoothly and stuff. So yeah. Alright guys, I am back, and I just make sure that everything was going fine and smoothly. So even though my render is already loaded, most of you, it shouldn't have loaded already because you didn't have to look at other things. So while you're waiting for it to load, you want to go into your template, your custom template, whatever, and your graphics pack or whatever pack you use. For me, it's Cookie Pack. It's a free pack, and I'm probably going to put all the links of like the Warlords weapons pack, the Cookie Pack, and the Lightroom. If I can find it, I'm going to put it in the description. So anyway, you want to go to your graphics pack, you want to find a screenshot that you like. For me, it's this. And so what I want to do is you want to sort of, I just realized I did all of that without saying what you have to do. So what I do is you want to just click this and drag it over, but there's no need for me to do that anymore because obviously I've already done it. So yeah, you start later. Thank you very much. So you want to put this behind your template so you get a good look of how it will look like on the actual banner. And you want to position it to where you think will look cool. I think this will look pretty cool because it has a bit of the ground, and it shows a bit of the trees and the buildings as well. So yeah. So what you want to do now is you want to duplicate this layer, and you want to filter, blur, filter, stylize, find edges, and then you get this really white thing, and then you stylize and solarize, then you get this really black thing. So what you want to do now is you want to click on the normal, and you want to choose color dodge. This gives this really cool glowing effect, but as you can see, it's not really prominent, and also the background is still pretty clear, and you don't want that because you want the background to sort of be the more blurred out thing, so that your render and your text would stand out more. So what you're going to do is you want to click on the original layer and then filter, blur, motion blur. This is slightly too much blur for me. I think I'm going to put it at like 50. Yeah, that looks pretty good. So you can see now the glowing edges is way more prominent, and it gives a better and cooler feel to the whole banner. So what you're going to do now is you're going to open and find where your render is. For me, it's in other people and somewhere at the bottom, I think. Hold on. Oh, there you go. So you want to open that, and then you want to click. You want to duplicate this layer, and then same thing as before. Stylize, find edges, stylize, solarize, and color dodge. Now for this particular skin, when the glowing edges effect is on the hair, it doesn't look that good. So what I want to do is I want to take an eraser and just brush it out. It actually depends on skin to skin. For this particular skin, this doesn't look too good, but any other skin it might look fine. So yeah, it just depends on how you like it to look. So what you want to do next is you want to click on the original layer and duplicate it once more. You want to click filter, blur, and motion blur. I think for this it's better if I blur it out slightly more. And then what you want to do is you want to click Ctrl T, so that you can just move this layer as much as you want without other layers interfering with it. And I want to put all the blurs on one side, because I find this makes a cooler effect, because I don't know, I just think it looks cooler. So what you're going to do now is you want to click the top layer, click shift, click the bottom layer, and then you just drag the whole thing over to your template. So what you want to do now is you just want to position it to where you think will look cool. And just a quick tip, if you're not familiar with Photoshop and you think that it's pretty hard to resize your stuff, just click shift and you just do this. This will remain the aspect ratio of the object you're moving. So yeah, okay, so you position it where you want it to be. I think that is still slightly, yeah, okay, that is good. So you got your render, you got your background, so what you need now is your text. So what you want to do is just open up a new layer and then just type in the text you think will look cool. I think it should be 100. Just gonna change it. Yeah, there we go. And also, I think the note is that you can always make something smaller, but you can't always make something bigger because you will sacrifice the quality of the thing. Now, it's cool if you got some really nice text and stuff, but I find what will make it even cooler is you have just one letter in the thing and you change the font. Oh my gosh, that looks sick. And you change the font of it. Hold on, I'm gonna be taking a cut here as well. Alright, I'm back, and where we left off was doing the text. So for now, you just want to leave it white unless you want it another color, but for me, I just want to leave it white. And then what you want to do is you just want to duplicate this layer just so that you have a backup. And what you want to do now is you want to double click on this text layer and click drop shadow, and then you just change it however you like. I think it would be better if the angle is like that, sort of like that, and then I'm going to change the size. Okay, so once you got the drop shadow that, yeah. So you want to click gradient overlay, and I got all of this gradient from just downloading it on the internet and stuff. You can make your own gradient if you want, but I find it's better if you don't because I don't know, when you make your own stuff and you're not good at it, it just doesn't turn out good, to be honest. So what you want to do now is you want to click on this and click rasterize type. This will make it so that you can no longer edit it originally. You can still move it around, but you can't edit it anymore. So what you want to do now is you want to click transform perspective. Just put it however you like. I think it will look good like that. And once you're done with that, you want to click edit, transform, and warp again. And for now, it just depends on how you like it. For me, I think if I do this, it'll look pretty cool. And I think that if I put it behind the rig and do this and twist it a little bit and do this, it will look pretty cool. Yeah, it does look pretty cool. I think I'm gonna change the perspective again. I just want to make it more. There we go. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. So now once you got your text, you got your render, and you got your background, what you want to do now is you just want to add the effects now. The first thing you want to do is you want to go to your graphics pack and just choose a CC that you like. What you just have to do is just scroll through it. Oh my gosh, that's really bright. Scroll through it and find the one you like. I think this will look pretty cool. So once you find the one you like, you click on this layer over here, you click shift and you drag it over to your template. Now this gives a really cool effect. I really like how this one looks, but I think it's just a little bit too strong. So what I want to do is I want to lower the opacity a little bit. And I also think this blonde hair looks a little bit odd, so I'm gonna raise it slightly. Yeah, no, that doesn't look too good. Oh, what? Oh, I'm on the wrong layer. Alright, just gonna increase the brush size and let's do this. Okay, so once you got your CC, what you want to do is just uncheck this for a while because it makes it really annoying to move items when you have your CC on, because you know your CC is covering everything and you're gonna just move your CC and it's really annoying. So what you want to do is you want to create a new layer, and you know, because this guy's skin is mostly green, I think what I want to do is I want to zoom in, you know, just sort of take a brush and trace his O. Now you might be wondering, what am I doing? I'm just ruining this whole thing. But just wait a moment. Click on this normal and you click screen. And now this gives a really cool glowing effect, and it will look even more prominent when you have your CC on. Depends on what CC you use though. Now I think it looked pretty cool if I make his sword glowing as well. So I'm gonna be just, you know, trace it. Oh, just trace it, and I think that looks pretty good. And then you want to click just anything you think will look nice. Soft light does not look nice at all. Screen, that's slightly too bright. Yeah, okay, I think that looks pretty good. No, that looks so bad. I think I'm just gonna stick with screen. So now you might also want to do something with your text if you think it's too plain. I think what looked pretty cool is I made this X glowing. So I'm just gonna trace it out like that. And you don't have to be completely perfect, because you can always take your eraser tool and erase stuff that you don't like. I don't like how this one's protruding a little bit out on the top and the bottom. So I'm going to be fixing that, and yeah, this looks pretty cool, especially with your CC on. Now this might not be enough effects on it. If you think it's not enough, then and your text still looks pretty plain, what you want to do is you can just am I not selected on the thing? Oh, I was using the eraser tool, no wonder. So what I'm going to do is just do this, and I didn't make that line properly, so no, that's not properly either. No, that's even worse. Come on, it's just a line, you can do it. Okay, so you want to just zoom in, and you just want to take your eraser tool and just scrub away at some parts of it that does not belong. It doesn't have to be completely exact. It looks better if it's not exact, to be honest, because it gives a cooler effect, I guess. I don't really know how to explain it, but that's just how I look at it. So once you're done with that, you just play around with this. For screen, it doesn't look so nice. Oh, I like that a lot. But I'm gonna just play around with it a little bit. Fit on screen. Oh wow, highlight looks really good. Oh, I like that a lot. You might want to lower the opacity a little bit if you don't think it looks good. So now for the finishing touch, what you want to do is just get a really big brush. No, I'm using the eraser brush, that's not good. Get a really big brush. I think, nah, that's still too small. Oh yeah, okay. So you just want to click at the bottom. Oh no, my green is too dark. Hold on, I'm gonna get a brighter green and do this. Now this gives a really cool effect, like there's green, surfacing from where he is. And just want to lower the opacity a little bit, just a tad bit. 70 looks good. Alright, so to add the finishing touch, what you just need to do is just add your signature if you have one. If you don't have one, then yeah, that's fine. It's not really a big deal. So you just want to drag it on your template. Oh, and I'm moving the CC. You just want to drag it on your template, click shift to remain aspect ratio, and just put it where you think will look good. Where you put it kind of shows how much of a doodle banger you are. If you put it really like prominent here, then it's just really douchey, and no one likes someone who does that, to be honest. So you want to lower the opacity a little bit, and for my particular signature, it looks really odd because of the glow effect I put on it. So I'm just gonna brush around it to make sure it's all even. And yeah, I really like how this one turned out. This banner is actually for my good friend Pixels PvP. He recently reached 200 subscribers, so I thought it'd be good to, do a banner tutorial and use his and make a banner for him for his 200 subscribers. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching this, and I hope I helped. If I didn't, or if you need some question, if you have some questions on what to do, just comment below, and just tell me, just feedback, or just ask the questions that you don't know. I'm gonna try and answer them as much as I can, but there is no guarantee that I'll be able to answer all of them. So anyway, thank you all so much for watching this episode. What am I doing? This video, and I hope you enjoy and learn something from it. So anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye. Also, another thing I forgot to mention: if this video hits 15 likes, I'm gonna be doing a banner tutorial using Paint.net and Novaskin gallery. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Maybe if we hit 15 likes, yeah, that will happen. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching once again, and I'll see you all next time. Bye. Yeah.